It is finally time.
We are heading to Alaska for a DIY moose hunt with Renfro's Alaskan Adventures.
We are. It is DIY, it's her and I. We're newlyweds. We're beyond excited for this hunt. We've been waiting for this hunt since the DSC convention, Dallas Safari Club.
Last year.
It's just her and I. We're flying into the middle of nowhere, Alaska, and we're gonna try to get some moose down.
Yeah, try and do it all by ourselves.
So this week's choice, Alaskan moose. Are you ready?
100%.
100% ready?
Hopefully.
Our house is a little bit chaotic right now. We've been packing, unpacking, repacking, going through everything. Repacking again, double checking our list, triple checking our list, just like Santa Claus.
This is gonna be so awesome. I can't wait to hear what.
And we're proud of you because
We are
this
so proud of you
a
guys.
do-it-yourself Alaskan moose hunt isn't easy. And
No.
you two doing it together is really cool.
And I mean, Wade, Renfro's Alaskan Adventures, they're gonna drop you guys off with camp stuff and say bye.
See ya.
And it's up to you two.
Deuces.
So
Deuces.
you guys got this. I have no
Oh, yeah.
doubt. Yeah.
I'll be good.
Absolutely. See y'all soon.
Be careful,
Of
okay?
course, we'll keep you guys posted. Okay, Mama.
Be careful, okay?
Yep.
I'll help you.
I love you too. We'll see you soon.
Her, okay?
Of course. So we're gonna chillax for the evening, and we'll see you guys tomorrow during 2 flights. The next morning, we get up nice and early and get ready for our first flight to Anchorage. On our flight from Anchorage to the hangar too, I was beyond stoked because I think mountains are awesome, and I know you do too. But we saw Mount Denali, or should I say McKinley?
I don't know.
Who knows? We made it! When we land at the hangar, we get picked up from some of the guys with Renfro's, and our adventure begins there.
At Renfro's Alaskan Adventures, the team works to ensure that you have the best trip possible. Everyone at Renfro's is an outdoor enthusiast themselves who knows Alaska and its adventure spots thoroughly. They treat clients like close friends, so you can experience Alaska the way it was meant to be seen.
All right, well, we just got the rundown, got all of our paperwork, we're good to go. We're gonna go through all of our bags and make sure that we got what we need, what we don't need is out of them, try to reach that weight limit, and that's it for the evening. Then tomorrow it happens. So we got to the hangar and we were getting all of our stuff ready. We had things to unpack, repack, try to figure everything out, and we even pretty much got our weapons ready.
Yes. So I'm taking the Browning 300 Win Mag, and you're taking
I'm taking my Hoyt bow, and I am beyond stoked to hopefully get a chance at a moose for my bow. That being said, we're both gonna bring both of our weapons whenever we go out on the hunt because just in case something happens, yeah, we're both hunting. And we're gonna have some fun.
Yes, we are.
We've got most of our stuff set up, and now it's time to kind of reorganize.
It's like a Jenga puzzle piece. Getting it all the way back together and then taking it out and then back together again.
It really is. And I can guarantee you, going on this trip, every time we do a trip like this, you realize how much you overpack. Well, we're here with Renfro Alaskan Adventures, and we are about to get in the plane. I believe Wade's taking us, right, everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Are you excited?
I'm super excited. This will be the smallest plane I've ever flown in, so
You're
we'll
gonna
see how
love
that
it.
goes. Yeah, you know how much I love planes.
Well, next time we see y'all, we'll be in the middle of nowhere, Alaska.
Alaska, where the road runs out and the wild begins. This place is home to the largest moose in North America. Massive bulls towering over 6 feet at the shoulder, weighing over 1,000 pounds. They're built for the backcountry, and they don't come easy. That's why RJ and Aubrey came here with Renfro's Alaskan Adventures. For decades, Renfro's has been flying hunters deep into the heart of moose country, miles off the grid, into places most people never lay eyes on. This isn't your average guided tour. Renfro's is dropping RJ and Aubrey in by bush plane. Then, it's just them, their tags, and a whole lot of wilderness. They provide the knowledge, the logistics, and the air support. You bring the grit. In the Alaskan bush, there aren't many second chances, and no better place to chase the story of a lifetime. Out here, the pace slows down. You learn to watch, to wait, to listen for something bigger than yourself moving through the trees.
I gotta get busy. I've got camp, well, most of camp right here. Aubrey will be here soon. I'm gonna start stuff. Well, I'm not even 50 yards from where they dropped us off at. And there's this little spot here. We've got alders, spruce around us. There's like a bed right here. Oh, 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 there's two. What are the freaking odds of that? Oh, I've seen the one. Look at that, look at the moss. All of a sudden I look down and there's a moose shed in this bowl that I'm planning, pretty much right where I'm planning to put the tent. And I blink, I'm like, oh my gosh. And I look next to it and there's another one. I got a good feeling about something. I don't know what it is, but I feel like something good's coming right around the corner.
This segment is brought to you by Bass Pro Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. The choice is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, Alps Outdoors, Browning Firearms, Dallas Safari Club, Easton Archery, and Gammo Air Guns.
How was it?
It's so cool. Kind of black there.
Awesome.
That was weird. So excited.
Well, while you were back at the hangar, I got busy.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
getting camp ready for you.
As the man should.
God. Got it heading down on the trees.
You picked a buggy spot.
Well, I'd rather stay buggy than windy, so we can avoid them in there.
You're right.
The instinct tends about 80 yards that way.
Is it? I didn't see it, so that's okay. Okay.
I am beyond excited.
I can't believe her.
I can't even explain how excited
Did
I
you
am.
see those sheds?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna show you. I literally walked down to camp.
We can take these home.
We've got a little bit more to set up still. We've got our cots. We're gonna open up our sleeping bags, make sure they get puffy for this evening, just in case it does get cold. Other than that,
We're here.
we're here for the next 2 weeks. And we're gonna hopefully shoot a couple moose. Who knows?
But we're gonna do it together. Yeah. Okay, let's get crack-a-lacking.
So in the morning, we'll play it by ear, see what's going on. If it's raining, we'll just kind of hunker in for a little bit, let it pass, hopefully. And then if it's super crazy windy, we might just blast from this little bowl that we're in right now. It's like 100 yards around us. As we prepare for this hunt, we have not and will not fear tomorrow, for we trust in a strength that guides us through today. We embrace each new day with hope and courage, knowing that we are never truly alone.
As we prepare for our Alaskan moose hunt, grant us wisdom and patience in our pursuit. Let us respect the land and the creatures, understanding our place in the grand scheme of life.
With hope in our hearts and determination in our souls, we embrace tomorrow and all that holds. Amen. As soon as we wake up, we start hearing stuff kind of behind us. And for the past probably 10, 15 minutes or so, maybe longer, we've been hearing raking over this hill. But I think what our best bet with our wind coming like this is we're gonna work this way, see if we can at least spot this bull and make a plan from there. We make our way up over this hill, I mean right off the bat, without even using our binoculars.
We could see
At
him.
a couple 100 yards, we just see this like skin tone looking white
well, the thing is,
in a distance.
is I thought that was a moose's body, and I was like, RJ, can you glass that over there? I think there's a moose right there. Like, I'm so excited.
At this moment,
so
we're
cool.
both like panicking. Probably within 50 yards of it, we've got moose literally across the fields. I can see him with my plain eyes. It's another good bull. We're within 150 yards. First morning. We get closer and closer, and I think we get pretty much almost within bow range. And we start working our way closer, And he stands up.
This segment is brought to you by Browning, the best there is. This segment is brought to you by Alps. Exceed your expectations.
Let's do good balls. Let's see if we can get to maybe this green patch right here. And we'll just kind of make a call from there. We'll bring your bag with the gun on it. I'll probably drop my bag in this little lone tree. If we move our way to the right here, we're going to be perfectly in his peripheral. If we go straight at him from the backside, maybe we can get within 50 yards. Oh, we got within 100 yards. What a beautiful bull. Whoa. Hell yeah, you should. We're out in the open right now, so we don't have any cover, but we're gonna try to get some and shoot him with my 400 win back. We gotta get set up here, like now. He's running to the left. Aubrey's going down. Aubrey's down. Aubrey's down. He's down. Aubrey. He's down. Come here. Come here. You just took the first move. He just kept moving to the left. And then I just got set up and I don't know how far that was, 100, 200? I don't even know. I wasn't paying attention. But he's a freaking beautiful bull. And of course, I think he died in the freaking water. We have a work cut out for us right now. I saw his back go down. And
one shot. You freaking smoked him. He didn't go but 50 yards.
I was ready to take another one. I stood up. I was like, crap. Get him before it gets in the water.
Come here. Come here. You just shot your first moose. You just shot your first moose.
Okay. Okay. We need to get your stuff.
Yeah.
We gotta go see him.
I gotta go see him.
This segment is brought to you by Griffin Armament, engineered silence. The choice is also brought to you by Hoyt Archery, Spy Point Trail Cameras, Tracker Off-Road, Traditions Muzzle Loaders, and these fine sponsors.
So when I shot, we celebrated. I dropped and I cried. And RJ let me know that, I think he's in a little bit of water. I had seen just an itty bitty teensy amount when I saw his legs go up when he dropped. So I was thinking, okay, he can't be that far in. We got our waders on just in case. I'm thinking he's not gonna be that far in, but RJ's over here like saying,
I'm like,
that was a pretty
when
good
I seen him
amount of water.
fall, I seen a pretty big splash.
I was like, I didn't see that big of a splash.
That's a big animal.
Nice and close to camp too.
Yeah.
It's still gonna be, a workout. Because he's still pretty far, but he's not a mile. He's less than a mile.
Oh yeah.
Half a mile maybe. I was wrong, and he was, in fact, not that close to camp. Oh, well. I remember your parents said not to shoot him in the water, huh?
Mm-hmm. He's in the water. He's definitely in the water.
It's just the two of us.
Oh yeah. He's done. Good news is he's not going anywhere.
Bad news is
He is in the water and his other paddle's completely underwater. This should be fun.
hello, buddy. As you can see, he died in a lot more water than I thought he did. As he was running in, I just saw splashing. I didn't see the big wave that RJ saw. So we have our work cut out for us, for sure. This is my first moose, and he's absolutely just beautiful. I can't believe how big these guys are. Like, they're freaking huge.
Shoot. And he's half underwater.
And he's half underwater. So we have our work cut out for us, but with a can-do attitude, we can get it done.
Absolutely.
We definitely did a couple different strategies.
Yes.
At one point we
were pushing, we tried to pull, we used rope at one point, we did like a push pull, we tried to roll it at one point.
Yeah, and I just want to say one thing is you don't realize how big these Alaskan moose are until you walk up on them and you see them. I want to say a huge thank you to Renfro's Alaskan Adventures and Ralph and Vicky and you, of course.
Thank you.
Because I would not, I know for a fact I would not be here without you guys, because y'all are the ones who got me into hunting, and this is a big deal. This is a big trip.
You've made some
big hunt.
huge jumps the past couple years.
Yes. And I've loved every single one of them, and I couldn't be more grateful for being able to do all this with you, especially, and your family, and meeting all these wonderful people. So thank you guys.
We got your moose, love. We've got your moose.
Yes.
We got a little bit cleaning up to do back at camp, but I just gotta get the jaw off here.
Yep.
You ready to hike back?
Yep.
Got a couple bags we're gonna have to carry. A couple trips.
But yes, last load. We've been out here all day, and we're ready for bed. I think I'm having sleep for dinner. Sorry, Ralphie.
We got all of our meat back to camp. We got Aubrey's rack back.
Yes,
everything is good. We're all done. High five. I'm proud of you. You did a great job.
Proud of you too.
Thank you. We'll see what the plan is in the morning, but until then, we're sleeping and we'll do a little bit of recollecting tomorrow because we're both beat. Yep. Far past beat.
Absolutely tuckered out.
Well, how you guys doing?
We're doing good. We are very, very, very tired and sore.
Yep, yeah.
I
bet.
Yeah, it took us all day yesterday. We got back to camp at like 10 and had dinner at 10:50-ish. So it's a mental game for sure. I cried because I'm just not strong. I'm not as strong as this guy.
Yes, you are.
This guy's.
Look what we did. What are you talking about?
It took us all freaking day, but it didn't help that I killed him and he ran into the water.
That's so cool, you guys. We are so happy for you and so proud of you guys. Take today, rest it up, be strong, stay mentally strong. You can do it. You guys got this.
You already did
you
it.
already did it.
Now you know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we just got our meat loaded up and my antlers and everything. They just flew in. They got 2 planes here. And it was nice and quick and short and simple. And now they're gonna take off and hopefully we can get RJ one now. That'd be ideal.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
That was incredible.
Thank you. It was.
It was. We really did that.
We did do that.
That's crazy, especially being quite literally the first morning.
I know. I can't believe it all happened the first morning. Definitely was not expecting that to happen. So.
But it was an incredible time. And thank you, Renfros, everybody up there, and everybody helping us get to this point.
Yes.
It was something that we'll never forget.
No.
This
not
was,
at all.
as a newlywed couple, I mean, that's like top of the bucket list.
I mean, yeah, I'd say so.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys for making your choice.
The choice.
We'll see you guys again.
Closed captions brought to you by Wounded Warrior Outdoors, providing wounded service men and women with therapeutic outdoor adventures.
Aubrey's never pooped in the woods before.
RJ, this is a PSA. It's not because I have to go.
Well, it's just preference. I mean, everybody has the ideal situation is you find yourself a log and you can
And
like,
you
lean
can-
over it. That's like a luxury when you're going poop in the woods. I'm just throwing that out there for you guys. If you're in like our situation where apparently just these trees out here just don't die, you fall over. At least what I do is put your pants down, right? Do a little squat, kind of like one of these, and then I just put one hand back and lean. Do your thing. And you just lean back forward, and then you get a little wipage in there, and then stand up and walk away.